guys, welcome or welcome back to the channel. I'm getting my coffee, so you can grab your coffee, grab your tea. I'm not going to be on here long, but I do want to tap into the energy briefly for clarity, okay? Specifically for divine masculine and feminine and separation. I don't usually do a lot of readings specifically. I don't talk about your energy. I don't talk about what you've got going on or what you're doing unless spirit tells me that the coast is clear to do so. What I feel right now is there are a lot of karmics. See, what's the news? So you may have been through some attacks or you've been under attack lately, and that's for information, okay? Because you are now implementing what the majority of the world has used to keep us under control and keep actually our divinity suppressed. It's information control. But now you're learning how to use that against them. So the less that they know, the less power they hold, the less information or food they have to create illusions, okay? To cast illusions on you or your person. So right now, as a matter of fact, over the last week, there has been, it feels as if the attacks are heavy, heavy, heavy. You may have felt as if you were unable to trust anyone. And the people that you were able to trust, they had to be able to honor your shadow energy. The thing is, though, that when you're in your shadow, they can hide, or at least they think they can. So the idea is to keep you trapped in your shadow so that you do not honor your light. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know, but I felt like I needed to explain a little bit on my channel why I have digressed from talking so much about what you guys are feeling. If you are in a divine connection, just know that your person is receiving downloads, messages, synchronicities, songs. All of those things are still happening, and your person is still receiving just as much information and clarity about how you feel. It depends on if they're awake to it or not, but eventually divine timing, divine intervention will make it so that they have to see. But pretty much as you're picking up on, you can pretty much count on your person, especially if it's a twin flame, and you both are also each other's divine masculine to divine feminine. It may be at different times, and that could also be synchronized by spirit for protection, okay? But either way, you can pretty much know that as confused and as clear as you are on how you feel about your person and how they feel about you is where they are. So the more work you do on your clarity about how you see your person, how you feel about your person, the more that you honor the light between the two of you, the more they are being awakened to it, okay? So anyway, I'm going to use this deck to clear out some of the confusion that could come through. This was like a flood, and like an emotional flood that just happened overnight. So I'm going to use this deck because my windows are closed and my cards are not ruined, but I'm going to use every deck that I see water specks on. I don't know if you can see this, but this is the What's the News, and it's got all of these watermarks on it, these raindrops, okay? So that's the deck Spirit wants me to get. All right, now if you find yourself on a table, that's good, but it'll be cloaked because this is mainly pulling the shadow energy. It's shadow healing, and that's your power over these other shadow energies. They don't heal their shadows, but we do. 1 second. Okay. Yeah, they may morph and change, okay? They may morph and change into different shadows, depending on what will work for their life. Shape-shifting, okay? But typically they only reflect the light that you have in the moment, or that you are able to pour into them. Okay, they can reflect that back to you. You wanna draw closer, or draw your clarity or strength from individuals who are able to embody their light independently of you. Like they can come towards you in light on their own without you being the first person to open the door. That's the thing about shadows. They need an invitation. Okay? You have to invite them in. When you're in your shadow energy, you tend to be a lot more trusting. So you could let anybody in. When you're in your light energy, you can see everything. So you're extremely discerning about who you're letting in and who you're not letting in. So people who can come towards you when you're in your light, you might as well say they're right. Okay, like they're right for you. They honor your light. Of course, they have shadows too, just like you do. But there are certain shadow workers who dominantly only stay in their shadows. And part of their role on the matrix timeline, the karmic timeline, is to keep people bound in their shadows. So they will make you feel as if your light is crazy. They can't really do that anymore, especially with YouTube. It's too much information out here to explore. My girl just even sent me something on TikTok this morning, so it's all over TikTok too. Like everybody's talking about it, and so that's why I was saying yesterday, like there's nowhere to hide. It's getting to the point that there's nowhere to hide. Okay, so these people have been able to block out your light, confuse your light, make you not trust your light or feel like it's safe to be in your light energy. They can't really hide anymore. So you do have to balance your light out with your shadow, okay? Because they can take advantage. The shadow can overpower the light, but it will always be temporary. It just may be a lesson that you don't need to relearn all over again. You know, like that's how God moves. It'll allow the devil, the shadow to overpower the light for a time period so that there can be an awakening. But it can definitely be easy for you. And like I said, doing the shadow work to trust the people that come towards you in truth and light and who honor your light. That is how you balance out your shadow and light and don't allow that shadow energy to completely overtake you, consume you, or isolate you. All right, so I'm supposed to be getting back into bed, but I gotta get a little bit of this energy because I got a channel song. And this may be your guidance. Omarion Icebox. This could be your guidance. Okay. And this is shadow work. Because sometimes we have people who connect to us emotionally. That's their way in. It's the only way in. So they are able to put themselves in a very peaceful or a sweet energy. Or you were in your light and you weren't protecting it. And with your shadow, you weren't balancing it out. And you were only seeing what they wanted to show you. And you became vulnerable and open. Okay. So anyway, they get in there. But the way you can tell if it's okay is how the energy plays out. At this point in the game, they can't come into your energy without alerting you in some way that something is off or wrong. Especially if you connect in a good way, but then you start to second guess yourself. You start to second guess your choices, your decisions. All of a sudden, the clarity you had now is confusion. That person is an energetic and emotional manipulator. They are distorting your energy, distorting your clarity, and they may also be a monitoring spirit. So they could be attacking you from the inside. So you have to weed them out. And there's no better way to get a shadow worker out of your energy, a monitoring spirit out of your energy, than with clarity. They can't stand the light. Okay, they can't stand the truth. They can't stand the light. Oh, so I don't know. Spirit may turn on the lights. We'll see. I don't know. I'm giving this reading over to Spirit because I was going to say, like I said, information control is a thing, but there are certain times when Spirit has to go in with the light. You may even feel like being more honest and open about certain things that you would never say or talk about because you are empathetic, meaning you feel for other people, okay? They feel for themselves, you feel for them. So you see who's getting left out, who's feeling for you. That's the point. These people don't reciprocate that, okay? So, yeah, I'm going to leave it over to Spirit. Spirit knows best. More of you, Spirit, less than me. Let me stop talking and let's get into the read. All monitoring spirits go deaf. All evil eye go blind. All low vibrational energy take a knee. Protect and guide me and my collective. Give us clarity. Give us the strength of our third eye chakra to be able to see through any and every illusion that is cast to confuse us or take us away from the clarity that we already currently have. Ashe. All right. Let's see. All right, so I feel like we're getting tea. What's the tea? Light bulb moment. All right, so someone's realizing something. The lights are coming on. Ghosted. Disappearing act. It says cowardice. Someone's afraid or in the energy of fear. Someone's realized something. They're in an illusion though. Okay, so you know what? There's some clarity that was inspired. This is like having a quick awakening, but it's kind of like a tower moment. Okay, and it kind of breaks your reality up. It's like, whoa, I didn't know that was going on, or like, what, I must have fell asleep and I didn't know it. Anything I don't mention in this video is going to be in the description box below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All praise to the Most High. Okay, back to the reading. Yeah, someone is like awakening. Okay, just waking up. I literally just woke up. Okay, my Folgers just got in my cup. It's not really Folgers, it's donut shop, but you know what I mean. So for some of you, you had an awakening, but you thought you were already awake. You thought you were already seeing things clearly. You didn't realize that there was something off about your reality. It may have felt like home, but this is actually a home that you've been to. It's like a home that you visited before astrally. Okay, but it is not your full self. The way you know is when you don't feel like your full self. And I always say, look in that mirror. Look in that mirror. For me, and I know it's going to be different for everybody, but I can wake up and look in the mirror and look just fine. Like literally, I don't need to, like I look good to myself. I don't need to put on no kind of concealer. I don't look at all of the dark marks on my face. Even though they still exist, I still have a line across my nose. There's things that I still can see, but they don't look bad to me. Everything looks like it's in its place. It's just fine. It's my mirror reflection. Even if my hair is messy or is not where it's supposed to be, my son's hair isn't brushed yet, he looks good. I look good. Literally, I don't know why. I know it sounds so superficial and surface level, but that is when I am home. When I'm anywhere else and I feel like, oh, I need to do something to look better, to feel better about myself, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's also alert that I'm not really home yet. So don't trust everything that you get in the reality that you're currently living. And if you have been under attack, then you know that that's what these monitoring spirits are trying to do. They're trying to gatekeep you, to keep you in your shadow where you cannot fully ascend to your light. Earth angels go up and down the vibrational scale. So you ascend and then you descend to get more information, and then you ascend again and then you descend again. So you're getting information from both realities, 5D, 3D, so that you can create your own reality. Okay? So there's something about you waking up and realizing, what the fuck? And then getting lost, okay? It's a fearful energy because it feels like everybody's untrustworthy. You don't know who you can trust anymore. All right. So this may be making you want to like do a disappearing act. Just make sure that the people you're disappearing from are these shadows. Okay. Like I said, don't run from the people that honor your light. They can help to keep the light on for you. They can also give you information about when, how, who you were connecting to when this illusion happened last, okay? So I do feel like you have people in your life that are helping you to see both sides of things, and also helping you to be able to see the different sides of you. There's something about trying to be nice, okay? Trying to be nice. We have spilling the beans, revealing secrets, cats out of the bag, and untrustworthy. Okay, so yeah, anytime you get into your truth and your clarity and you start speaking the truth, and then people start acting real crazy or wonky around you, it's because you are alerted to something that you haven't gotten home yet, but you have the information of home. So that's like a danger zone. It's like, what's that movie? Total Recall. You're feeling good emotions. You're happy and content. You're alerting the agents. Okay, because that's like the beginning of your ascension. It's your wake up moment, the light bulb moment. You just woke up. You just realized you're in an illusion. You just realized these people are fake and phony. Or maybe you realized again, but you just realized these people were just trying to get in. They're just trying to get your energy. They're just trying to get information. They're trying to use you. They're trying to confuse you. You just woke up to that. The moment that you get into your feelings on that subject and you're actually feeling comfortable and good with that idea, that's when they're all alerted, and things get a little tricky there because you're in this gray area. But you are seeing things as black and white. You're not supposed to see black and white. You're not supposed to see color in the gray area. So you have alerted the authorities, okay? You woke up the cops. You woke up the ops. And not because you were riding dirty, because you were riding light, okay? So their burdens are heavy right now. What they're becoming awakened to, because if you're awakening, pretty much everybody around you is awakening at the same time. But what they're awakening to doesn't feel good to them. So if what you're awakening to is like a relief or a release, or it feels good to you, they're alerted to it. And it's almost like the Matrix will override their system to pretty much attack you. Okay, that's when people, I said, they start, the freaks come out at night, they start acting wonky and weird, and you like, who the fuck are you? Like, what the fuck happened to you? Or, really, we on this shit again? Like, I thought we was past this. No, you are past this. And when they have your energy, they have to reflect you to you. They can't give you any less. A lot of these people have been giving you their very best because you've got your foot on their neck. Because God granted you that. Or God's got his foot on their neck. Either way, there's a foot on their neck. There's a leash. There's a noose around them. They're trying to get out of that. And they need you to do that. So that's why they were trying to confuse you and trap you in another reality, but it did not work. So now they're alerted, now they're lost, they're confused, they don't really know what to do either. Your strength is in your acceptance of the truth, your acceptance of your light, and holding on to your clarity, okay? Welcome. I'm sorry the chat is disappearing, but I did see somebody said that you're new. Welcome. Thank you for watching. Happy to have you. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what I do. All right, let's see here. What else? What's going on? What's the light bulb moment? Yeah, someone's nothing like the person that they used to know. And And yes, this is all signs. Okay, yeah, irrational behavior. Whoever this person is, they may have been self-medicating off of your energy. Okay, so your energy helps them to behave better. They may have an addiction to your energy. So if you pull back or detach, they get extremely wonky. It could possibly even get a little scary with irrational behavior. They could start to say things to you or try to trigger you or harm you or hurt you. They're trying to, it's like emotional. It's emotional bullying. And it's because you have detached and because you have taken your heart back. You have taken your power back. You've taken your energy back. So now they don't have any power. They don't have any control. They're losing that. Okay, and something about whatever is happening next, they need to have the upper hand. They need to have control. There must be something that they need or that they want from you, or that they need to know you will do or you will be. They need to know what your clarity is. It can't be in the gray, okay? So I feel like that's what just happened. Okay, you woke up to something, you realized something. For some of you, this is you and your person at the same time. Your energies aligned, and they were like, whoever this person is that was like latching onto you, that had your energy, they cannot exist in this energy. The frequency is too high for them. So they naturally got booted out. So they may have resorted to attacking you because they don't know. I don't know if you guys watch, but I have a reading and I talk about the different levels and how when you ascend just rapidly, they get trapped under a glass ceiling. So they're like beating, trying to get back up there and connect to you, because they can no longer resonate with you. They can't connect with you. Okay, they're not able to control the momentum, control, or even predict what your actions will be. So they're left in the dark. They don't know what you're going to do. What's the news? That's what I'm saying. They don't know the tea. They're trying to get information about you. A lot of readers, like the true readers who are tapping into the divine, you'll notice that all of us at the same time pretty much stop talking about y'all business. We'll talk about everything around you and what you're dealing with and anything that you need to know. But as far as what you're actually doing, it's not the time to talk about it. Why? Because they're attacking you. They're looking for any inside scoop to connect with you. Spirit is protecting you and protecting your information. So you may have had to numb yourself to this person. You were numbing their pain. You were numbing their pain. You were coddling them. You were comforting them. You were giving them like a place of security to hide from whatever their reality is. But when you woke up, it broke the reality that they were living in with you. Sometimes people attach to you and they're creating a whole different life or scenario with you than you are with them. So waking them up, you may have woke up to your clarity that actually feels good to you. You're happy to be back, seeing things the way that they currently are, but your person is not. That person that was connected to you is not. They're not liking what they see. Okay? They're not happy. And mostly they may be mad at you because now they don't have that comfort. They don't have that security blanket. They don't know how you feel about them, and they don't know what you're gonna do. Ooh, see, there's some kind of legal situation or legal issue. I was specifically getting someone keeps trying to manipulate a divine masculine into writing some kind of letter for some kind of legal situation to buy. What this does is create a karmic contract. You're binding yourself to someone. Okay, this is a specific scenario and I don't know who it's for, but there is somebody is in court. They could be losing this court battle if they don't get this information from you, or if they don't get you to write this letter, or they don't get you to, there's something. Either you have to show up, you have to say something, or you have to write something. And if this person cannot get this information from you, they may lose. Okay, everything could ride on you. So how you see things definitely plays a big part, okay? If you start to see the truth of things, then you may not move, likely you will not move on a string for this person the way that they were planning for you to, okay? This is gray area. So if you're not physically in court, or this is not resonating with you, then for the rest of us, the majority of us, this is just playing out in energy. Has something to do with, like I said, someone trying to get like a get out of jail free card. Okay, if you buy into you did something wrong, you're in the wrong, you don't know, oh, you should feel bad, let me go back to being nice, oh, I shouldn't have did this, or I shouldn't have said that, or I shouldn't think this way. You're just completely, you can't trust yourself on anything. You don't know who you are. Yeah, that's not the truth. That's not really you. But if they can get you to buy that, then guess what? They get that get out of jail free card, and they get to ride your energy because you're the one that let them out. You let them in, and then if you do not ascend, if you choose to descend, by default, they get to ascend, and guess where they're ascending? In your energy. So guess whose place they're taking? Yours. Not their seat, because they have their own. But they don't know how to get to their thrones on their own. They have to connect to you because you know you're the key. But these people are doing it in your energy. And this has been the fight because you can't do that. Like they're trying to keep you wrapped up in this karmic warfare consistently. Really, whatever this is, the case is already closed. Give me another card. They're trying to keep you in a gray area on something, but the decision pretty much has already been made. You've already made your decision, or the decision has, like, there's already been judgment cast over a certain situation. So yeah, you got to get in tune with your heart space. Okay, so that's another thing too. They will attack you so that you can't feel. You numb yourself. You don't want to see what's real anymore. You don't want to feel anymore, mostly because if they can connect with you, it was always your empathy that kept giving them a second chance. Every time you would be alerted to something is off with this motherfucker, something ain't right about this motherfucker, they would soothe you and put you back to sleep. And you would go back because it feels better to believe that somebody is not trying to siphon your energy. Nobody is trying to attack me. Nobody is trying to control my mind or change my reality. So if you can buy into that, then they can continue to do what they've been doing to you, okay? When you wake up, you feel like a monster because you don't play their games anymore, and because they aren't as happy and content, and they don't look the same. But you have to understand that it's up to you. It's always a choice. But are you going to allow yourself to be drained so that they can get what they need from you, so that they look better to you? Because they don't necessarily behave better. Have you paid attention to that? Because new levels bring new devils. Yes, they may look better. And yes, they do feel better. But how do they feel to you? How are they behaving in your reality? These people have been powering themselves up off of your energy. And when they come in now, it's not very long before they start standing up in your energy and playing in your fucking face. So whoever this is that is used to being able to have your energy and they no longer have it, they're losing momentum, they're losing control, and they're also losing information. You aren't sharing things with them, you aren't letting them in, they aren't able to see what they need to see. Things are getting out of their control again. You are getting out of their control again. You're getting off the chain. You're taking your power back. These people kind of move like parents, like a parent trap. It's weird. But it's like they your mama and your daddy or something. One or the other. And they want to know what you're doing and when you're doing it and who you're doing it with. And they want to know what your choices will be. And they want to try to manipulate you into doing what they think the right thing would be. Okay, but you have your own mind. If you're a grown person, like, you work for that. You work for that. And you get to be happy. You know that? You get to be happy. It is okay for you to prioritize your life, your happiness, over the happiness and the life of someone else. Especially if it is not the person you gave life to. Okay? If you got your own children, come on now. Got to get off those strings. Got to get off that chain. So there may be something that is in the way emotionally, and you may have to heal that. Okay. That's your power, though. That's your superpower, is that you can get into your heart space and you can face the difficult things, and you can do it with ease. Okay. Something may be better dealt with underwater. Okay. You may want to go all the way in, get underground with your feelings. Okay. Sit in them so solemnly, so deeply, and so realistically, like grounded. Okay. Like, fuck is up. This is how I'm feeling. That's the truth. Let that light protect you. Okay, we have deep conversations, intimate discussions, being blunt and honest. Okay, so yeah, that may be something that you need to have with yourself. It could also be someone else that you need to have this heart-to-heart conversation with. This will definitely help you to get out of this confusion, especially if with this legal energy, this would be your justice. Okay. This would help you to make the right decision. If you are pitted to make a decision at this time, or if it feels like you need to talk to the other side of you. That's what I'm getting. Like, you need to balance out both sides of you so that you can get back to the point of view that feels good to you. All right, we have sneaky links, spilling the beans, revealing secrets, cats out of the bag, and untrustworthy. So someone, either someone has been found out, or someone thinks that you have a hidden lover. Okay, or there's some kind of low-key relationship going on here. Side piece. All right, so this may be something that you need to have clarity about. Maybe you need clarity. This could be the clarity that they're trying to get from you. Or this may be something that I feel like you need to clarify for yourself. Okay. Either someone has lied and said that someone has a hidden lover, and this is something that you know is not the truth. Okay. Or you have a hidden lover that they're trying to find out about, or trying to, like, somebody needs confirmation in court. I keep getting that. Either they need confirmation in court, they're trying to judge you. Okay, maybe to judge you and make you feel bad about something. They like to their, like, they want to try to be able to use something or have something over you to keep you under control. Okay, clearing my throat. They may want to keep you under control. For some of you, this is emotional manipulation. It's either like they need to know that they need to make you think. Some of you, this is a warfare against you and your person to keep your hearts from connecting. All right, so they're trying to make you think that you guys have somebody else on the side, that you're not faithful, or you're not committed, or you're not in this. Okay, like, they're trying to confuse you. They want to keep you trapped in this gray area. Whoever this person is, though, it's because they want to feel that role. 3333 on the clock. So someone's trying to manifest a version of themselves or someone else for you to buy into, for you to think that that's your person. It's divine masculine, divine feminine. For a lot of you, you may have some kind of destiny that these people are aware of. It has to do with money. So they want to take that place. But in order to do that, they have to make you not trust the person that actually is your divine feminine or masculine. They need you to see this person as untrustworthy. Okay. These may be people who give you information about them that it doesn't sound quite right. Or when they're in your energy, you start to be alerted to things that don't even make sense. That's why I said disconnecting from everybody. Even if you disconnect from your person can always handle when you disconnect from them. Your person can always handle when you shut them out. They're going to find their clarity about you otherwise. God's going to open their eyes. But these people in the shadows, they're going to act. You'll see how they act. It's only going to be one way or another. Either they're going to get really, really nice and it's going to be fake and you're going to see right through it. They're going to try to reflect your coldness or you being uninterested and detached, but you're also going to be able to see through that. Or they're just going to be angry and attack because they know that the cat's out of the bag and there is nowhere for them to hide. Either way, you're going to know. And for some of you, you have some kind of legal situation here, and they're trying to prove, because I said no contact. So there could be a situation here where someone's trying to prove that you have this hidden lover or this secret relationship, and whole time you don't really have a secret relationship, but they're trying to get evidence of it, or they're trying to create it out of thin air or something like that. Okay, so you could be under attack because of that. Like, they need you to not awaken the other person to this, or they're trying to attack you to get information that would solidify this, something like that. All right, let's get out of this deck. Let's just get a little bit. Oh yeah, Spirit said this one. What else had water on it? You know what? My book. I don't even know why this book is out. But that's a tarot Bible. So I'm gonna see, just kind of choose a page and see what other clarity comes from there. All right, I gotta hurry up. By the time I get back in the bed, my son gonna be waking up talking about eggs. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Death. Yeah, someone had an ego death recently. Someone had an ego death because your heart opened up. Okay, so there is when you shut your heart off, this person, you can connect with this person when you feel heartless, like when you want to pull your heart out of your body. When you're in pain, it's what is it? Trauma. No, not trauma. Is it trauma bonding? Yeah, it is trauma bonding. Someone you have a trauma bond with. Okay. So you connected when you were in a place of desperation, or you were in a place of maybe like you were taking advantage of an opportunity that this person presented for you. Not taking advantage of it. Maybe it was beneficial for you and for them, both. But they like filled a role or played a part. And it only works without your heart, okay? So once your heart awakens, you awaken, and you go through this change and transformation, and this person is excessive dead weight, like they're old energy. So they can't move to this new cycle with you. Yeah, thank you, confirmation. They can't move to this new cycle with you. This is a birth of new opportunities, new life, a new lover, a new connection, a new situation. Everything is new, and they're not a part. They play a different role, or they're not a part at all of this new reality. And likely it's according to their own moves. Okay, like they may have taken themselves out of that role. They may have taken themselves out of the position, or they have taken themselves out of a good enough light that you would see them as this person, or that they could be justified to embody that role or position in your life. Okay, they need to keep you trapped in this darkness. They can't let you ascend. You're going through the gates. It's like death energy, the end of an old reality, death to the old, it's rebirth to the new. They don't want you to go into this new energy. They don't want you to go beyond the pearly gates. That's where life gets a whole lot better for you, but it gets a lot worse for them because they're trapped behind, okay? If you're there and I'm here and I'm here and you're there. So you and your person are supposed to be on the same page at the same time. And when you're not, it's because someone has gotten into you or your person's heart or mind, and they are doing work on you. They're confusing you. When you align, when you are both on the same page at the same time, your power is, it's irrefutable, indisputable, unpredictable, invincible, unpenetrable. It's a force to be reckoned with. Okay, so they're trying to keep you from being able to commit yourself emotionally. They're trying to keep you from making this decision to ascend. They're trying to keep you trapped in the past cycle again, and they'll do it any way they can. If they can sweet talk you and create the, what's that movie, The Truman Show? Truman. If they can create the Truman Show experience for you, they'll do that if that'll keep you. But for a lot of you, that doesn't work. So like I said, they'll try to just attack your clarity. If they can keep you stuck in confusion long enough to take advantage of you, they will. Or get an advantage off of you, they will. That's desperation. So there could be something about the people that you're dealing with they're in desperation. I'm gonna say financially. Okay, so that could be at it. And then there's also, like I said, someone could be in court and they really need you. Or they're planning. There's somebody planning to ask you for money, like out of the blue, like at the last minute, where you feel obligated, like you have no choice. Okay, so just be aware of that. Something has to do with money. And yeah, someone's plotting here. I feel someone's plotting on someone. But it would create, again, it would create another, everything that has been happening. Because I feel like this cycle has been going on for a very long time. They're attacking your finances so that you cannot be or do what you want to do with your person. So for a lot of you, this is about union. They're trying to hold you back from union in whichever way they can. They'll create any kind of obstacle. They'll create any kind of situation, any kind of catastrophe. I need, please, please, please. There's always something so that you can reconnect to them, so that you can let them back in. For a lot of you, they have been getting you to do things that you don't want to do financially. And even though it may not present a complete hardship for you, the energy, it's about the energy that you're spending that money in. You don't want to. You have to rework your mind on it, okay? If it is something that you feel financially capable of doing and still being able to do what you need to do for you, then you need to do it, but you're going to become aware to the fact that this person just manipulated the fuck out of you to get that. And that's going to piss you the fuck off. So that is also a trap. So just rework how you feel about that. Rework your emotional space, okay? Also, you need to set into place mentally some kind of clear boundaries or assertiveness about how that is going to be rectified or justified or paid back or corrected in your life. And then you need to stand on it. So that may be a situation that you do what they want you to do, but you also are going to have to go cold. It doesn't mean that you have an end to me emotionally. This is a business transaction. Okay. Something may have to go just like that. It's what they're doing, their system. It's like the Matrix is continuously overriding their system to get you trapped in again. Okay, just round and around and around. Remember when Truman was trying to get off the Truman Show Island? Like, it doesn't matter where he drove or where he tried to go, there was always something. There was always something, because the whole goal is to keep you from gaining autonomy over your soul and disconnecting. They want your soul. They want your immortal soul. They want your energy. And yes, they do also want everything you have physically and your money and all of the good things and all of that. Okay? But mostly they just need that soul. They need that energy. Because a lot of the things that you have, even the things that you're giving to them, they were able to get themselves when they had your energy. So just remember that, okay? Let's see. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. For a lot of you, you already know this. You already know this. You've already been through this. Okay. We have, missed chances, lack of foresight, deficiency, frustration, insecurity, stinginess, bad investments, and poor planning. So you're already aware of all these things. Some way that someone could be triggering you is to make you feel like you don't do enough for them financially, or that you're stingy, or you're being selfish with your money. Is your fucking money, is your fucking life. These are all manipulative tactics. 4444. If these are not your children, fuck them. Do whatever you want to, but by all means, say fuck them, because nobody gets to attack you to force you to bleed out and pay anything or do anything that you don't fucking want to. Make sure that you do what you got to do if you feel like you got to do it. Make sure that you do what you need to do if it's going to benefit you. But by all means, keep your fucking foot on their neck so that they stay exactly where the fuck they are. No, I see you for who you are, and I see how you did me to get what the fuck you got from me. But there will be justice, there will be balance, and I'm not asleep. All right. So, you may have been through this cycle plenty of times too. For some of you, you don't, maybe you are in love with somebody and people don't know, but you don't have like a low-key side piece or something going on the side. Okay, you may just have feelings for someone new, and your past person is aware of that. But they want you to bleed out. They want you to pay for that. They want you to feel guilty and feel bad for them. They're just bleeding you dry. These guys are running a scam, man. Oh my God, this is terrible. It's terrible, but I also feel that whoever is experiencing this wake-up moment, this light bulb moment, it feels good to you. It feels good to you because the truth is always better than a lie. It gets really scary when all the lights are turned off, but it's pretty clear, cut, and dry when the lights are on. It's like, oh, okay. So y'all was just being slick and y'all just being needy, and you kind of are not the man or the woman that I thought you were. You're really the worst case scenario. Okay. And you're going to try to work me. Okay. Well, I'm awake, so you're not going to work me. But we can do this some kind of justified, balanced, dignified way. Okay. But no, I don't feel obligated to do shit for you. And I don't feel bad for you at all. I can clearly see what went wrong here. And what I also know is that you fucking need me. Even if you try to make it like I'm not doing anything and it's not a big deal and, you know, couldn't care less, and you try to make it as small as you want to, I see exactly what the fuck is going on. So just stay strong in your clarity. Everybody is not always going to look good. I feel like I'm talking to some, and that's divine masculine feminine, because you have those big hearts. Because you strive to be your best version of self, you strive to continuously get better. You just want to believe that everybody is doing the same thing. Not really. Because a lot of people benefit off of laziness, off of not minding looking bad, like being down on the ground, making bad, you know, poor choices financially. So they get a lot of offerings from other people who are doing what they're supposed to do. And they use that, like, manipulatively to benefit off of other people. They do it on purpose. Not like, you know, oh man, you know, man, I really fucked up or I messed up, and then they got a real friend that's just like, oh, I got you, don't worry about it. That's different than someone who is deliberately and intentionally not doing what the fuck they have to do because they always know they're going to find a sucker. And I'm sorry, but I have to say this to you, a sucker like you who's going to do it for them with a smile. So just don't be a sucker, okay? Don't be a sucker. Even if you're going to play daddy or you're going to play mother, don't be a sucker, okay? Stay awake to your truth. Yeah, and this is how you get the devil off of you. This is how you release the chain that you may feel like someone's trying to connect to you, because they are trying to, but they can't if you don't allow them to. Even if you do what they want you to do, do it because you want to, do it because you have to, and do it from a clear mind, okay? How is this benefiting your life? Okay. Well, then be accepting of that, focus in on that, and don't let them get you emotionally or mentally, no matter what you're doing physically, okay? They need that mind and they need that heart. Tower moment. Yeah. Intense and sudden change, catastrophe, destruction, some kind of painful loss or revelation, trauma, and chaos. So, your heart to heart conversation with yourself, you getting clear about what's going on here and what you need to do, okay, what's happening to you and who's playing what part. You getting centered with your heart is going to create a tower moment for them. Everything's going to change. So whatever you dealt with recently, it's about to get more of your reality when you stand in your power in your reality. Okay? Things were only off. And for some of you, you're going through this with your person too. Like, you're not getting what you deserve from your person. But it's because you weren't standing in your power and truth either. You were letting them persuade you to do things that you really don't want to do, or move in ways you really don't want to. So you have to be willing to detach, to stand in your power. Or if you do what they want you to do it for you. Do it because you want to. Somebody has to keep the lights on at all times. So if your person's asleep, you need to be awake and on your feet. Yeah, somebody, okay, whatever this time period is, they're at war with you. So somebody has to, you know how, what is it, The Walking Dead? You need to watch more of those TV shows or movies, or just get a recap, okay? Somebody has to stay awake and stay at, like, you have to be at watch. You have to be watching. All right. For a lot of you, that's where the tower moment is going to come from too, where they realize that someone has their eye on you and they're going to keep you awake. So it's like, fuck. Okay, for a lot of you, they needed to get rid of your person. This is why they were trying to make your person seem untrustworthy, like they have another person. This is so that they need to get you weak emotionally. They need to break you down emotionally. What you think is not really what you think. Your reality is not what your reality. And they're probably blah, 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 blah. They're just spewing all of these confusions and lies on your person to break you down emotionally. Once you're there, they can get into your mind. They can fuck around with your thoughts. And then you're so just kind of in this space of who can I trust? What's going on? Like, just fuck it all, fuck everybody, that then they become this pillar of light in your life. It's like somebody trying to create an illusion where, you know, it's just us. You can't trust anybody. You might as well just come back to me. You might as well just do, you know what I'm saying? You might as well just be in this darkness with me. But that's not your reality. But they needed to get rid of this other person because they keep the lights on for you. Okay? Or they were trying to get rid of you because you keep the lights on for them. Somehow they were able to get in and get in between you and your person and turn the lights off, which would create this separation between the two of you. But now you're like magnets. You just keep coming right back together. As soon as they get you apart, it's like 2 seconds before they can't even run a scam. They can't get nothing out of you. Or what they do get is like so small because you wake up too soon. Okay, so you guys are getting better and better. If you don't know that, your energy is getting better and better. And even if you're not in connection with one another, it's how often you move in your authenticity. Your hearts are dancing. They're singing. They're kissing. They're holding hands. Okay, so yeah. Anything else, Spirit, before I get up out of here? The Tower. Scorpio, Leos are significant. Libras, Aquarius, Taurus, Capricorn, significant. Queen of Pentacles. A lot of this has to do with home, work, money, and social awareness or consciousness. Okay, so someone could be worried about someone finding out. Your person could be a nurturing healer or a practical, like, homebody, homemaker. There's something about your role, the role that you play. Okay, someone, like, I don't know, they're dependent on the role that you play. This may be someone who stays in your energy to benefit from those things. You may be like a really good financial provider, or you're very organized, or you help this person like to organize their life. Okay. Whoever this person is, though, you have a lot of value. But I feel like this whole warfare has been to devalue you. Okay, to take this away from you so that you can't see this. So you can't see your ability to do this. Sagittarius Capricorn energy here. The reason why is because if you know who you are and what you're capable of, and you continue to be it and embody it, they know that eventually you're going to shut this door completely. When you move into your next union, because your unions are contracts, they're constructs. There's an energetic door that closes, where the past, they really, you have to think about your past relationships with in karmic, situations. You weren't even the person that you are now, but there is still a big boundary, a big blockage to everyone that is not in the right frequency. They can't get in once you really firmly connect with and commit to another person. Your exes can't reach you the way that they used to. So this is what the war is about. They can feel it, that you're getting ready to move on to someone new. And what they were able to do or get from you, they won't be able to do it anymore. And it's not just going to be your ex. Your past, your friendships, they know this. Your family, they know this. All karmics know that once you step into your role with another person who sees you for you, and you close that door, they cannot take advantage of you anymore. Because you won't sleep on yourself until you do. And then you'll notice that those people come back for you. Strength. Now, this is a war against your strength. You're an extremely powerful person here. You could be a Leo or a Libra. You don't have to be. At this time, you're tamed. Okay, so you've been taming your strength, or you've been, maybe this is what they were trying to do to you. Okay, you were trying to be nice, so you weren't standing in your full power. You didn't want to rock the boat. You didn't want to make anyone uneasy. You didn't want to hurt any feelings or step on any fingers or whatever. But these people are doing that to you. Unfortunately, you had to be put into a situation where it's do or die. If you don't do, they'll do it to you. So I think that there was a need for you to embody or embrace your lion side. Okay, you could just be the tamed man, woman, but your primal instincts, what protects you, you were putting that aside. But these aren't people you can put it aside with. You're in a lion's den. You have to be a lion. Okay, so extremely powerful card. You're an extremely powerful person. You need to face up to some kind of situation or problem with courage, determination, and perseverance rather than trying to avoid it. This is not a time to avoid. You're also urged to control negative impulses such as jealousy, anger, and spite, and instead to direct this emotional energy into something more positive. Positive expressions to overcome obstacles so that you can reach happiness and fulfillment. That's the goal, and that's what they know is next for you. Most of these people were miserable. They're miserable without you. So if you move on to someone who is not miserable and you're not miserable, then they won't have that miserable card. That key card won't work anymore because it won't exist with you. Okay? So misery loves company, and that's probably how you found yourself in this company. You were miserable. And we all get that way sometime. But when you're done being miserable, it's time to leave that behind. And if they don't want to let their miserableness go, then you're just going to have to go. Okay? So, let's see. On another level, the recovery of health and well-being is also indicated, okay? So for some of you in connections, you're going to feel your person detached from you. That's because they have to keep the lights on for you, and this creates a pathway and an opening for you to get out of whatever the hell it is that you're in. What's that song? B.O.B. and Nicki Minaj. I don't know what the song is. I can't even think of it, but you know what I'm talking about. Shh, they might be listening. All right. So that's what I got for you. That's your reading. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Love with your souls.